I did this problem in the review session, but somehow I managed to mess up the recording, so I'm re-recording it. So I'm given Verilog code, and I'm supposed to draw the state diagram for it. So when I look at the Verilog code, I see I've got this always block, and it very helpfully tells me the next state combinational circuit, and I have another always block that tells me this is the sequential block circuit. So there I have it. I have my output down here, assigned V equals this. Notice that the output does not depend on the input. The input is T, and this output does not depend on the input. So that makes this a Moore machine. So we can tell from our Verilog that we have three states, E, F, and G. And since our output does not depend on the input, we can write our output on our states right here. The output V equals Y equals E, or Y equals G. What this means is if Y equals E, then this is 1, or, this is an or. If Y equals G, this is a 1. So it says our output is 1, so V is our output, V is 1 if either we're in state E or state G, because Y is our present state. And you can tell what your present state is by looking at your sequential block. So the next state is what you define here when you're doing your combinational circuit. So capital Y is our next state, and lowercase y is our present state. So if our present state is either E or G, then our output is 1. So our output would be 1 for E or G, and it would be 0 for F. And now we'll take a look and see what happens. If T, so this means if T equals 1, so if our input is 1, then, and we're in state E, so we're in state E, and if our input is 1, then we go to G. So you can write this a couple ways. You could just write T, you could write T equals 1, or you could just write 1. Yeah, all those things. Okay, a transition expression would just be T. Okay, so else, that would be if T equals 0, then our next state is F. Alright, now if we're in state F, if our input is 1, then our next state is F. So we go back to F. Else, that would mean our input is 0, we go to E. If we're in state G and our input is 1, then our next state is G. And if we're in state G and our input is 0, then our next state is E. We also see from our sequential block that our reset state is E. And I think that's everything we need. Let me just look and see if I have anything else written down. No, that's all I've got.